This
So
conference will now be recorded.
I'll just share my screen. I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay. All right. Let me know once you see the screen. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
visible.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. So let's get started on Dynamics 365 F&O training. So let's start with what the introduction, what we are, who we are, and what we do. Okay. So we are NexGen IT Solutions. We have rich experience in IT solutions and IT trainings. We have been training since last 17 years in the IT trainings. We have taken up multiple trainings uh, 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 in the area of Dynamics and other tools. Okay, in Dynamics itself, we have uh, finance, T&L, technical, and we have other tools. Even we have telecommunication trainings. A lot of trainings we have conducted. Apart from that, providing solution and providing IT solutions to the various companies. So we are based out of Hyderabad. We are put up in Amirpet in Hyderabad, and we are good experience in the trainings. And about our training experience, we have completed more than 1,000 batches in the Dynamics functional and technical. I myself did around 600-700 batches completion within Dynamics 365 finance and supply chain. Or I would say T&L, or in other words, nowadays people are calling it as operations. Okay, we started in the long back in the 2008. We have started trainings around, and we have more than 17 years experience. And initially, when we have not this much technology, when we were started classroom trainings, and then slowly when we have the tools evolved, we also evolved ourselves and started hybrid model training, online and classroom trainings, and also we started only online trainings. So multiple ways we have done the trainings so far. And we are all here for understanding what is D365 F&O and what kind of trainings we provide in D365 F&O. I'll just tell you, we'll go further in detail what kind of trainings we offer in F&O site. Prior to that, let me tell you myself. I am Sanjay Srinivas, having 20 plus years of experience in our Dynamics 365 F&O. Plus, I have 5 plus years of experience in the finance domain, where I worked as a accountant and accounts officer. Basically, I'm a chartered accountant. I did my chartered and I completed chartered accountant in 2005 around, and then I started my. Prior to that, I have that articleship experience altogether. I have 5 years experience, and then I jumped into the F&O side, IT side, where that was a different story. I got a good chance to implement in my company, so that I learned Dynamics, and then I jumped into my IT career long back in 2006. Okay, so this is all about me. So anyway, you'll understand more about me, and you might have heard about me in various portals also. So we have good experience in the trainings as well. And currently, I'm working with Microsoft. as a solution architect. So let's move on to our topic after our introduction. Our topic is about introduction to Dynamics F&O. So you might have inquired or you might have checked what is this Dynamics F&O, what it does, and what kind of job offerings it has, and where it is being used. All that stuff you might have inquired, and then finally you reached out somewhere here to understand about this Dynamics F&O. Okay. Prior to F&O explanation, I would like to go for the ERP. What exactly the ERP is? Have you heard about ERP? Can anyone answer the word ERP? Okay. So if yeah, probably if you are any time you want to stop me, you just stop me. Or when I ask any question, please open your speaker or a mic and then speak out. If you don't have anything, yeah, just we will proceed. I'll keep 10 seconds as a silence. Then that means you have understood, and then we will continue. Okay. So on ERP side, you might have heard ERP. Basically, it is enterprise resource planning. In case if you have not heard, try to understand what exactly it is. Enterprise resource planning is normally helps businesses to plan their money, their material, their employees, whatever we call it as, to use them appropriately, to optimize optimize the resources for their business growth, and also to minimize the losses, to maximize the profitability and all that stuff. So normally it is not relevant for IT solutions in general, but later companies are adapted that for IT solutions as well. The reason being is anything that helps for the resource planning is called as ERP. That basically it is a enterprise resource planning. So normally they can do it. I mean, any company can do the resource planning without using the software applications as well. So we when we talk about ERP and software applications, both are different. But whatever the applications that are developed under the ERP side, under the terminology called ERP, which helps the businesses for the purpose of planning, are normally known as ERP applications, ERP business applications. Okay. So the Dynamics F&O, Dynamics 365 F&O is our ERP application, which is a Microsoft ERP application, which is also part of ERP. The reason being, this application will help them in order to plan their resources to the maximum extent, and also to get the resources optimized, or the uh, results of the resources optimization, they will get it from the Dynamics F&O. So that's the reason we call it as ERP application. Okay. So the other tools Microsoft has are any many IT companies, product based companies have multiple tools. When I say multiple tools, you have Windows, you have server databases, you have MS Office. Those are not called as ERP applications. The reason is the purpose of those are different from the Dynamics 365 F&O. That's the reason it is a part of ERP application. Okay. So the reason why it is termed as ERP application. It helps in enterprise resource planning. That is one thing. And the second thing, it maintains the financial record. You will have lot of activities within F&O. You will have record to report. You will have supply chain. You will have order to cash. You will have procure to pay. Multiple functions. You will have on top of it a lot of reporting requirements can be leveraged from F&O side. That's the reason it serves to the companies various ways, and it helps the businesses to grow themselves and helps the businesses to focus mainly on the business rather wasting of the resources. That's the reason it is an ERP application. So these are some of the points I mentioned here, but not limited. So you will have lot of other points under the ERP umbrella. So it helps enterprise resource planning, it maintains the financial records, it helps operational management, all that stuff. That's the reason we call it as ERP. Okay. So what? Why this Dynamics F&O? We have there are a lot of ERP applications in the market. Lot. When I say lot of, there are number of ERP applications in the market, but only few are very well known applications, and many are even you don't know, or many are not available, or outdated ERP applications in the market. The reason being is when an ERP is, in case if ERP needs to be sustainable in the market, that need to have a continuous growth and continuous development, continuous modification, and it needs to be developed according to the business trends, changes in the business trends, that every ERP need to be updated or upgraded, then only it will sustain. The sustainability for the ERPs are very important. So if you see in the market, you will have lot. So we have Dynamics F&O. This is one. We have SAP. We have Oracle. These are well known. These three ERPs are well known. I will name some of the ERPs you might have not heard or they are outdated. JD Edwards, BAN, some within Microsoft also we have Solomon, GP. So different ERP applications are there. So, but many are not successful. The reason being they have to have they have to change themselves. The modernization of ERPs are very important. Or upgradation, changing the ERP application, upgrading ERP applications according to the business trends are very important. So that's the reason. So we have this ERP is modern ERP where we have the Microsoft is focused and changing or upgrading the application time to time, bringing AI based tools, bringing AI based help for the businesses, and upgrading the functionality, widening the coverage of the business functions are always keeps ERP in the top, ERP applications in the top. So Microsoft is doing the same. So that's the reason this is occupied lot of market. When you see in terms of number of implementations, this is far ahead than SAP and Oracle. Revenue side, okay, that still SAP is gaining more revenue, but when we comes to the implementation side or occupying the market, this is far ahead than SAP and Oracle. So it is cloud first ERP. That is another important thing when we talk about the demand for the ERP. Our Dynamics AX. Dynamics. Why I say AX? That earlier name was AX for this F&O. I'll explain you little later what was exactly that is how it is evaluated. Okay, so cloud first ERP. The other applications still are still struggling to modernize their ERPs, and they have lot of limitations in putting the ERP in the cloud. SAP, if you take SAP, still ECC 6 is going. That is the version I am talking about. HANA is one of the cloud based, but that has limitations. They are unable to 100% put it on the cloud. So, what is cloud exactly? Why that is important for the businesses? Okay, so when we talk about any application management for any business, infrastructure is most important for them. Infrastructure, when I say maintaining servers, maintaining the systems, is very, very, very tedious task for the any enterprise, any business. The reason is they are more focused on their regular business, not maintaining the IT servers and all. That is very tough for them to maintain an IT team, maintaining servers. If something happens to the servers, then all their data will be collapsed. So that's the reason they slowly started adopting. I mean, they have started asking, and businesses started asking, why can't you maintain the company whoever serves as a ERP supplier, why can't you maintain my servers? So there started the cloud computing or cloud ERP. So all the servers, all the systems in the cloud, what happens is all the servers, all the systems, everything is maintained under one umbrella. Okay, that is uh, with the data centers of Microsoft data centers, whatever we are nowadays hearing from market. So these are maintained at the data centers and served for various businesses. All the servers will be maintained in data centers. So the businesses need not necessary to focus on their IT servers and IT things. They simply plug and play. Any tool, anything that if they have mobile, if they have tab, if they have system, that is enough. No need to maintain the servers. They just connect to the cloud system and then play. I mean, play when I say they do their activities. So, with that, they reduce the cost, they reduce the fear of losing the data, fear of maintaining the servers, all that stuff. That's the reason. The another success for Dynamics is this one, cloud based ERP. Okay. Next, integrated with Dynamics Family Suite. What does it mean? So normally when the business operates, they will have multiple systems. They may maintain some front-ending systems, some background systems, some kind of reporting tools, right? It's not only ERP application serves everything for any business. Okay, so suppose they want to have something on Excel. They want to have CRM system as well, customer relationship management system as well. They want to have Power Platform for the reporting or for the easy navigations or easy workflows. They can use Power Platform. So multiple systems are connected so that through connectivity only the businesses can achieve. So this Dynamics F&O is easily integrated to the Dynamics family suite like Dynamics CRM, Dynamics Power Platform, Dynamics any other tools that they have, and also easily integrates with other any application. Okay, maybe payroll somewhere, some business is using some other payroll package or some other HR system, not Dynamics. HR itself is a big area, vast area, so they want to maintain HR system. So it is easily integrated to this payroll or HR, any other system. That's a reason the we have a success in F&O. If we have a rigid system, it is not easy, or it is difficult, or it is not possible to integrate with other applications. Normally no business will buy this F&O, right? Because no one will survive, no company will survive with one ERP application. Every company should have multiple, like MS Office at least you need, right? Payroll system you need, right? Bigger companies I'm talking about, bigger organizations, those who want to maintain ERP and other tools, payroll, HR system, your CRM system if they want. So MS Office, at least MS Office, everybody needs it. If data you cannot extract to MS Office, then your ERP will fail. Nobody will buy it. So these are the different uh, examples that for success of any ERP. So we have a great success here because of integration with other, easy integration with other tools, and native integration with other tools. Native integration, when I say existing, and we no need to invest any time and money on the integrations for those which are already native integrations. Whereas if it is not a native integration, some kind of programming, some kind of development is needed. That can be done easily with Dynamics F&O. Okay. And another sustainable thing is AI based. You might have nowadays hearing everywhere Gen AI, artificial intelligence, or Copilot. Okay, chatbot, all that, right? Chatbot is just simple. Just chatbot is one of small area under the AI umbrella. Okay, Copilot is basically Microsoft based AI tool which installed on top of Dynamics F&O, which helps the businesses to ease their business practice, or to ease their day-to-day activities. Simply, it will give. I'll give you simple example. Okay, on AI side, or Copilot side, we are calling it as Copilot under the Dynamics F&O. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Earlier, when if I want to open an customer account statement, suppose I'm a end user. Let us say I'm a I'm a business person. I want to. Sorry, I got a call. I'm a business person. I'm a accounts receivable manager. I want to see which are all customers due and which are all customers need to pay. Okay. So what I do is I will go and open my report and see, okay, this customer is due, this customer is due, this customer is need to pay by this time, all that stuff. That is before Copilot or before AI. Now, after introduction of Copilot, simple. I'll go and open my chatbot within Dynamics, or the screen beside your Dynamics. Just simply type my message that give the list of customers dues within a week time. So system will pop up all the customer. It gives a report that these are the customers, you need to collect it from them within a week's time. So that's a way that this is one of the example. Like that, there are a lot of features. You will have month end activities, you will have vendor side, you will have customer side. So it reduces your the end users work. So that's another reason where the ERP application success. So all these are the reasons that our Dynamics success, and our Dynamics is one of the topmost ERPs in the market. These are the various reasons for that. Okay. If you have any questions, please, I'll give a minute. Uh, ask me, otherwise we'll move forward.
Sir, can we set as a reminder in that?
Well, yeah, we can set even reminders. Yes,
Okay.
it will trigger emails also.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
even if you do not open F&O Dynamics, simply
Mm-hmm.
system, if you trigger if you trigger a badge for that, okay, by
Okay.
the time when you wake up, it will give you the list
Okay.
of customers who are due for the day, who are due for the week, whatever the query that you put. According to the
Okay.
query, system trigger the email and give you the details. You don't need to even open the application. Okay.
Okay. For the particular customer, we can give, or for the or all the customers, we can put a reminder.
It is up to you, up to the
Uh,
user. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
when he normally users will go for the day. Okay, what are my activities? Right. That's the way they think.
Yes.
So
Yes.
accordingly, the query that you need to build in, according to the query, one-time query you need to create, and according to the query, system keeps on popping up your emails or popping up the details that you are expected. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? We'll move on. Yeah. Next, little background about Dynamics. I won't take much time here. Uh, this is all history. I just want to cover up. So, evaluation of Dynamics 365 F&O. Okay, so basically now it is a Microsoft application, but prior to that, we have, this is not a directly developed by Microsoft. Initially, it is developed by Denmark-based company in mid 90s called Damagard, and then uh, they were named it as Accepta. Okay, and first release they have taken up in 1998, and then in 2000, a company called Navision has taken over this application, and it is merged. Damagard is merged with Navision in 2000, and they renamed as Navision Accepta. And then Microsoft pitched in the year 2022. Sorry, 2002. Sorry, this is wrong. 2002, Microsoft acquired the entire company Damagard Navision, and it has taken over the entire application and released version V3. Why Microsoft taken over? Any reason? By the time in 2000, somewhere around 2000, Microsoft observed that there is a huge scope in the enterprise resource application. If you see any IT relevant uh, IT relevant changes in the market, somewhere around some year it started and evolved gradually, right? Now we are all talking about AI, all that stuff. Prior to that, there is no wording called AI. So it started gradually. Similarly, ERP also. At the prior to ERP, we have MRP, materials requirement planning. Okay, all that was there. Then later, ERP, enterprise resource planning, was started, and then multiple players came into picture. Okay, SAP started its own ERP. Oracle started its own ERP. Similarly, someone Damagard started their own ERP. Then Microsoft is actually entered into this area little late. Similarly, like ChatGPT, also Microsoft not developed it. It entered little late into the market. Similarly, here also it entered it little late into the market in the year 2002, and then realized that there is a huge scope for the business applications, that let's go and invest some money and intelligence in that area. So lately they realized and they acquired, but the time when they realized it, the market is captured by someone already. Okay, whether it's Navision or SAP or Oracle. So SAP, Oracle are bigger size companies. Microsoft not acquired it, but it thought through, okay, this is going to be one of the emerging and great ERP. So it acquired Navision Accepta, and then they released a version 3 in the year 2002. And from then, they call it as the Dynamics family. Microsoft Dynamics Accepta. Prior to that, Dynamics wording was not there, only Accepta was there. Then in 2004, they released version 4. I started the version from version 4. My career, I have started from the version 4. And then 2008 they released AX20. 2009 they renamed it. You see the naming convention, how it is changed. In 2008 they changed it to Dynamics AX 2009. And in 2011 they released a version called Dynamics AX to 2012. The version is 6. And then there they have started cloud. Prior to version 2000 AX 2012, it was all the versions are on-premises versions. On-premises means the company who wants the ERP application, they need to buy the servers, they need to buy the license, they need to install, they need somewhere Microsoft or Microsoft partner will help in installation, but servers maintenance, everything is the company whoever do it their responsibility prior to that AX 2012. And in AX 2012 also most likely companies are gone for on-premises version. Initial resistance to change. Companies are resisted to change because they bothered about their sensitive data, all that stuff. So normally that is a tendency anywhere when new changes comes into. If it is fully cloud, what happens is all your servers are being maintained with Microsoft. You will feel that my data may be hampered, my sensitive data may be leaked to other people, my customers' information, my product information, many things, my financial data. Maybe people will have a fear of going for cloud. That's the reason Microsoft has given option of on premises and cloud both. Those who wants on premises, they can go for it. Those who want can do dare and put it in cloud, they can go for cloud based. And then we next version released in 2017, that is Rainer version. They call it as Rainer version, but later they renamed it as exact name Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O. This is fully cloud version. Fully cloud. In case if they want to go for on premises, Microsoft still giving, but not suggestible, because maintaining this in on premises is risky and heavy cost involved when you compare with cloud. Cloud is more cheaper than maintaining it in their own server. Okay, and 99% of the implementations nowadays going on cloud only. uh, Hardly 1% of the companies are going for the on premises versions, but mostly it's cloud. Okay, so further from then onwards there is no meaning of release version v1, v2, v3 or v7 or v8. Microsoft keep on enhancing its skills, enhancing the or upgrading the application, keep on releasing every 2 months one release, every 2 months one release. It is keep on releasing one release in every 2 months, because it's a cloud, right? So they simply like our any other application, they simply go and upgrade. Only thing the code merge and whatever the customizations that the companies do need to be relooked at it. Some kind of regression may be arised because of Some features might be Microsoft releasing afterwards after development. So that needs to be corrected and released. Sorry, upgraded themselves. So that's the reason. So it is very clear. Every company, any company can go and install their upgraded version at any time. Microsoft is releasing for every 2 months. And in-market version is always currently it's 42 version. Okay. Uh, I'll put it here. Okay. So it's 10.0.42 is the in-market version. When I say in-market version, that is a current version that is being upgraded to the all the companies. It's not necessary to upgrade until 3, 4, or 6 months. Microsoft give a chance to not to upgrade, but after 6 months it auto upgrades. Like all our computer applications, when you have a licensed application, automatically that upgrades, right? New patches gets installed and upgrades. So 6 months, up to 6 months, or three releases, Microsoft will give us optional, but after that, automatically it pushes for upgradation. Okay, this is all about background history about Dynamics. I'll stop here. Any questions if you have, you can ask me. I'll take silence as no questions. Let me go further. Okay, now let's come to our actual point. Why we should learn? Okay, that's all. You are telling all dynamics, ERP, the benefits of ERP, all that is fine. Then why we should learn, Sanjay? So what is the reason for learning this? So so the reason for learning dynamics application is I mean, you might have some experience in the IT jobs, or you might have experience in the domain, in your domain, maybe accounting or finance or operations, whatever kind of domain you have. You want to go ahead and you want to be part of IT, and you want to grab an IT job or information technology or software engineering side you want to move. Okay. So in such cases, one of the options that non-technical guys have is learning of ERP and then can grab the IT job. Non-technical, when I say those who do not know programming, those who do not have knowledge in any programming and have some experience in the uh, domain, in your domain, like finance or accounting or sales, supply chain or anything, easily can learn this application and grab the IT job. So you can switch over from your domain to your IT side. Okay, which I did exactly. I also not started my career directly in the IT in 2006. I started, I completed my articleship and then I started my accounting job. And then I got a chance to learn this like you, but I have not learned from institute, but I got a chance to learn from my friend because they have implemented in one of the companies. So I got a chance and learned it, and then I jumped into IT side. Okay. So the reason why we should go for IT, why not in our domain? So there are two. One is passion. The people who wants to be part of IT, that is passion, and always challenging. Some people will see always challenging, always not routine kind of job. Every IT jobs really, it's a kind of really challenging jobs. Every time it is dynamic. You will need to learn, continuous learning, continuous growth will be there in the software engineering normally. When you compare with other typical domain jobs, because you need to invest your time to grab new trends in the market, new changes in the market, new requirements in the market. Nowadays, we are talking about AI, how it is popped up or how it is evaluating. So, lot of brains are thinking futuristic requirements for the various people, right? That's a way that is coming out of it, right? So similarly, when whatever the whether you are in ERP application, whether it is you are in AI based tools or whatever application, so you will have continuous learning. You need to keep always thinking your business requirements, your clients requirements. Your clients also will evaluate themselves and try to grab the market. To grab the market, they will bring up new challenges for the ERP systems. They will bring up new requirements for the ERP. So we keep on grow. We keep on learn that, and we keep on grow to meet the new requirements, new challenges that emerges time to time. Okay, so that's the reason people always, those who seek challenges or continuous learning in the in your career will go for ERP. The third thing, of course, the salary that you have normal in domain and in traditional jobs, I would say you will have less salaries comparatively with IT jobs, because the IT, the reason for IT salaries, more salaries or higher salaries in IT jobs, most probably we will get the revenue from the our client base from the other countries, so that uh, the the work when we compare with them will do more, and our salaries are less, so that they will I mean export their work to India, so that we'll grab it and we get that in the foreign currency. Those, so automatically your salaries are bit high when we compare with traditional jobs. So that's the reason. So there are three reasons one should learn the IT application, that is ERP or any other application. One is continuous learning, continuous growth, and passion. If you have a passion to learn, passion to do IT job. The third one is, of course, salary. Anyone seeks salary, higher salaries or handsome salaries can go for ERP learning. And then, who are eligible to learn? Is everyone is eligible to learn? As we are speaking about, some limitations are there even in that. Suppose if you want to go for technical, you want to do programming, you want to do a technical side. Normally, those who have knowledge in programming are eligible or can choose it. The reason being is, when you go technical consultant, you are expected to do programming. You have to do development of further development. You need to do development, basically coding. You need to do programming. You need to do. So whatever the kind of programming depends on the tool that you learn. Here we have the X++ programming, that is a background programming for the dynamics. One should know C++ or X++ or C. That is relevant technology that one should know. Then only can learn the technical. And what about non-technical guys? So ERP always have two kinds of roles. That dynamics will always have two kinds of roles. One is technical role. The other one is non-technical role. That is, we call them as functional consultant or functional roles, or business analysts. We are people will also call it as business analysts. But normal, most likely functional consultant. We are being called as functional consultants. Okay, what do we do in the functional consulting? So before going to the responsibility, but first let's understand what exactly uh, we who are eligible for that. So in case if you want to act as a finance consultant. And under the functional, you will have multiple areas. Under that, finance is one of the areas. So if you want to act as a finance consultant, the preferable, normally, any degree, companies, if you have experience, they don't see any degree, but any degree is fine. Like you may have MBA, you may have normal BCom degree, or you may have MCom, you may have CA, CWA, anything. That is fine. But when you are a finance background guy, if you have a finance degree like BCom or CA, CWA, okay, MCom or anything, or MBA finance, you will have always added advantage. Those who have finance background will have added advantage. The reason being, you will easily map yourself, you will easily understand the customer requirements in the area of finance and what he is talking about and what the expectation is, and you will give the solution quickly than other people. So that's the reason finance is preferable for the finance consultant. But companies, when you speak about the job offering, companies are not specifically asking whether you have specific finance degree. Okay, when you claim, I mean, when somebody has experience in their domain, one somebody has experience in that, normally they are not asking any finance degree holder. When it comes to the freshers college pass out, they normally ask the finance degree. Okay, BCom, MBR, CWA, whatever, they normally ask the finance degree in case if they want to recruit freshers. So operations, when I say, you will have multiple in this. You will have manufacturing, you will have supply chain management, or T&L, we call it as T&L, trade and logistics. You will have the HR, you will have retail area, you will have project management. So multiple project management, when I say, that's a different altogether, but it's again one more kind of requirement that companies will seek. If you want to act as a consultant in those areas, you must have any degree. You could be a BTech guy, you could be a MBA, you could be a BCom, or you could be any degree is sufficient. Companies are okay with any degree. Only thing, in those areas, normally companies will seek the or expect at least the domain expertise, so that you will able to easily uh, provide a solution for the customers based on your domain expertise. So that's a requirement that we have. Then we have any questions before going to the job market on eligibility or on kind of jobs that you are expecting?
Yeah, sir, my name is Nisha. So I have completed my graduation in the year 2006 from the BCom background.
Okay.
So I have 15 years of experience in logistics field. So
Oh,
now I'm trying to
logistics.
move in the logistics. So
Oh,
even my company are using this MS Dynamics application also.
oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I know how to use this application as a CRM because I was into the customer relationship management.
Okay.
So my doubt here is if I can change my profile now into the IT sector now into this.
Yeah. So you have very good expertise in your domain. Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
only thing is, you have a challenge. You have domain expertise in the logistics area, right?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah. So I would prefer, yeah. I mean, though you are become degree holder, but your domain
Yeah.
experience is bit different, and your expertise
Yeah.
most likely now in the domain area, right? So I would, yeah,
Yes.
I would suggest you to go for operation side, that is maybe
Okay.
T&L, supply chain area, that will help you to grab the job quickly, and you will easily understand the requirements, yeah, the what the requirements, and you will easily understand the operations area quickly and grab it. And then you can, your experience also will help you to grab the job. Okay, because you have rich experience, 15 plus years of experience in that logistics will help you a lot. Quickly you can, yeah, get into the operation side in the ERP, up, or you can say supply chain consultant in the ERP. And you
So
told,
you mean to say,
yeah,
yeah, this is a separate domain. You mean to say, like MS Dynamics supply chain is separate domain and P&L is separate domain. All this will come into one domain only.
yeah, T&L, we used to call it as T&L earlier. Now we are calling it as operations. Okay, that is supply
Okay.
chain only. Yeah, T&L is nothing but supply chain. Hello, hello. I think you heard. Okay, then we'll go for any other questions before going. Okay, yeah.
Sir, finance side is nothing but are we going to cover up the finance side of project management and also the expense side, or it's only APR, GL side only?
Uh, Project management, little bit will touch base, but not because that itself is a vast area. Okay, so we cover up the integration part of project management with finance. Okay, in case if you are exclusively looking for a project accounting and management, then we will have a separate session for that. Okay, so normally what I'm trying
Yes.
to say is we have multiple consulting roles within Dynamics. One is consultant in finance, that is one area. Consultant in T&L or SCM, that is another one. Consultant in manufacturing is another one. Consultant in retail is another one. Consultant in project, normally it is extended project accounting and management. This is extended to the finance. Okay, so that is another area. So we have these five, six areas where we have the consulting roles in the market. Okay, so similarly here, if you want to learn everything in the ERP, it is not possible for anybody. You need to invest 3 4 years at least in learning because the ERP is always vast. Okay, first you need to gain knowledge in one of these areas, depends on your background degree, depends on your domain expertise. Based on that you decide which area that you need to choose, whether it is a finance, whether it is a T&L, whether it is a uh, project or retail. Okay, and then learn it and grab the market. When you are, as I said, it's a continuous learning, right? So companies may put you in the operations also. Suppose you are a finance consultant, later you are working in a company, and then there is a requirement received, or there is a requirement for the project side in one of the uh, implementation projects, project accounting management side. So, being a finance guy, they what they do is they'll prefer you and ask you to do consulting in the project accounting and management also. So you should able to do that. So you should learn. Most probably they'll provide some internal trainings, but don't expect too much of trainings from the customers. You have to from the companies. You have to learn yourself. Similarly, T&L also, our supply chain. So when you are doing your project, you will automatically learn the what is other person is doing. Suppose you and Nisha both are in one project. Let us say you are a finance guy and Nisha is a supply chain. Okay, you both are in one project. You each know each other, and you are working for one project. So you always be in the calls. You always be together working in a project. So it's always teamwork. Any project is always a teamwork. So you will automatically learn what Nisha is doing, right? So similarly, what you are doing, Nisha will also learn. The reason is you will all do the work together for a client. So that's the reason you will have multiple functional areas. You have to choose one among these. Based on that, choosing is very important based on your degree or based on your domain expertise. Okay, academic background or domain expertise will help you to choose one of these areas, whether it is a finance or operations or technical, whatever. Okay, and then decide you go. So similarly, now you asked about project. Project is a separate functional area. So in case if you want only project, so we will teach you only project as a separate training. Okay, got your answer? Hello, hope silence. I make, yeah. Okay, then if you have any other questions, otherwise we'll go to job market. Okay. So we already discussed about little bit about the IT jobs. Okay, what we do exactly in the IT before explaining the job market, I just want to cover which is not mentioned here. What we do normally. So I will talk about functional and technical altogether. So anything we will have different kinds of projects in IT companies. If you take any IT company like Infosys, Wipro, or Accenture, or any IT companies, if you talk about, so what they do is they take the projects from the end user companies. Why they need to take projects, sir? Why can't it be used like all other applications? So ERP applications are not such applications like MS Office. I'll tell you why. MS Office is plug and play application. That means you go and install it and you can use it. MS Word, MS Excel, you can use it.
తాబేలు అంట ఓ, అత్తయ్య తా- తాబేలు
Hello.
వీడియో తీశాడు.
Hello. I hope it's fine now, right? Some background noise.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Now it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll just tell you what exactly we do. So let's say you are part of, let us say, Accenture. Okay. So normally Accenture takes projects from the companies. The reason is Dynamics is not a plug and play application. They can't use this application as is. Suppose if you take MS Office, they can use it. It's a plug and play application. They directly install and use it. Suppose if you take Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, they want to have ERP application. So they cannot install and do it themselves. So some help is required from IT companies, those who can install and those who can set up this system for them, and then they can use it. Okay, those are the requirements that they themselves cannot do. though they approach the IT companies like any IT service companies, Infosys or anything you take, Accenture, Infosys. Let us say take Accenture, you are part of Accenture, and Dr. Reddy's Laboratories has given project to Accenture for implementation of Dynamics 365. We call it as implementation project. The reason implementation, it's not only installation, right? We need to do a lot of settings, we need to do a lot of data uploads, we need to do a lot of configurations, we need to do a lot of things within that application. Okay, so Accenture takes the project and allot some of the employees from Accenture. We may be among those. Okay, one from finance, one from supply chain, one from manufacturing, one from two three guys from technical area. So maybe deployed into that project. We all are part of that project, and then we execute the project. So we take the requirements from Reddy's Laboratories. Example, Reddy's Laboratories I have taken. We take requirements from Reddy's Laboratories. We take the data. We go and discuss with them. It could be onshore, it could be offshore. Onshore, when I say, we'll meet the customer, we'll go to their office, get the requirements and all that stuff. And we prepare the documentation, we prepare the business process flows with respect to all the business functions like AP, what is the process flows, AR, uh, assets, supply chain side, what are the process flows, manufacturing side, what are the process flows, all the process flows we define and finalize, we get sign off from them, and then we start implementing the dynamics. That is all our job. These activity may go months to years together. One project depends on its size. The size of organization determines the areas that we implement, determines the duration of the project. Suppose if you take small company implements dynamics, it may go for 6 months. If a bigger size multi company, multi country rollouts required, then that may go for years together. The project may go for years together. So we are a part of that project and we do years together in that project. So so your role is implementation consultant in your specific area, finance consultant or supply chain consultant. And there are some projects you will have in application maintenance service also, AMS projects normally. So continuously after implementation also, the management of the application and issues, if they face anything, they raise the tickets and we need to resolve, all that will be the service support. Okay, so you will be part of service support also. So you should be expertise in your area so that you will do the implementation and service for the customers. That's the reason companies will choose expertised people in your areas and put them in the project. So that's the reason you have a job market in IT companies. The IT companies are implementing for the needy customers, and you will have experience will always be an added advantage. The reason is you are going to deal with customers directly. When I say you are going to deal with customers, you will be the person representing the IT company, and the whatever customer says you should be able to understand. Okay, when I say you should be able to understand, suppose customer says I want this particular requirement. If you don't know what is the meaning of the terminology business is using, the business processes that they are using, if you do not know, then you may not able to understand requirement, you may not able to implement the requirement. So that's the reason experience will be added advantage. And if you have no experience in such cases, you need to slowly, you need to start like test consultant in your application area, and they put like that on that only. I mean, the IT companies always put like that, based on the experience, who are all can handle the customers will be put it into the customer handling place, and the other inexperienced people they will put it in the testing and documentation. So slowly you will learn from the testing, you will learn the business processes and the application and gain the experience. So that's a way. Having experience will be always advantage, and if you have less experience still you are eligible, but the immediately customers companies may not expect you to handle the projects independently. So you will be treated as junior consultant and put it in a testing and other relevant activities, and from there you will keep learning, and then you will independently act as consultant after 4 5 years of experience in this area. Okay. So so you have a lot of jobs nowadays. Initially, when the before 2012, actually the job market was very less in our ERP, but later it captured a lot of market. You have, if you see jobs in any time, if you see jobs, you will have jobs in almost all IT companies. Especially experienced will always have. Fresher, some challenge still we have. Companies are choosing uh, freshers on selective basis. Those who have domain experience, okay, he has very good domain, and he has very good end user experience. When I say end user, after implementation, suppose you are working as Reddy's Laboratories accountant, you will know what is Dynamics, how the Dynamics works, right? So that is called end user experience. So companies are choosing little cleverly end users, domain expertise, all that stuff. If you have domain expertise, if you have end user experience, that is also an added advantage. If you are very fresher, then it is bit challenge. You need to little more practice, go for more practice, understand more business flows. So you should practice to that extent that you are an expertise or experienced guy. Then only you can chase the interview, you can crack the interview and get the job. The opportunities are there, but little challenge when you are very fresher without domain and experience. Okay. Then, as I mentioned here, you see college pass outs has much more advantage. They directly, companies are directly choosing from the college pass out, and they put their in job training, they put their trainings and all, and they slowly start and pick up their activities from there. When you compare with freshers from other experience, college fresh outs has added advantage. Okay. Okay, that's about job market. And then lastly we will go for training details. Okay. So we have, as mentioned, we have uh, training in various areas. We are offering trainings in various areas. One is financials. Those who seek consulting in finance area can go for this. You will be treated as finance consultant. That is financials. Then you have supply chain area, that is T&L, or nowadays we are calling it as operations, because the terminology are keep on changing. So operation side is another training, that T&L side or supply chain side. Manufacturing side other one, retail another one, and technical is other one. So we have various training areas that we have. So you have to choose according to your experience and according to your academic, based on your domain experience, you choose appropriate training area. So we all provide in these areas, and these are not in one training, these are in different trainings. I mean, financials is one training, it is not a combined training, all this. Okay, all these are different separate training curriculums or training sessions you will have. Initial 2 3 days or 1 week probably could be common sessions, but later everything is different. And training duration will be 2 months. You need to dedicate 2 months for the training and daily 1 hour. Do remember, though it is 1 hour training, you need to practice at least 4 5 hours a day. That is very, very, very important. Minimum dedication that one should have 4 to 5 hours a day. Then only you will understand what faculty says, and you will understand what exactly the application is, and you will easily imagine what is your role going to be when you practice well. Okay, so that is all about your practice. So this is about the training details. Any doubt in the training before explaining the course content?
Yeah. So 1 minute.
Yeah,
So when coming back to this training details, so if I'm going with
yeah,
operations tool,
yeah,
so that would be enough to grab a job.
yeah. That is enough. That is enough.
So you mean to
Nobody.
say
Yeah,
job availability for operations also?
correct. Yes. So you will be
Okay.
treated as supply chain consultant basically, or operations
Ah,
consultant.
okay.
So
Okay.
your jobs also, when you see even job market, you will
Mm-hmm.
have finance consulting jobs. They will
Mm-hmm.
specifically mention in the job profile. Okay,
Okay.
finance consultant should have these are the skills. Operations
Mm.
consultant should have these are the skills. Manufacturing
Mm.
consultant should have these are the skills. So they clearly mentions in the job profile, and I mean, they offer the jobs in these areas directly. There will
Okay.
not be any combined job that ERP consultant. No, in our
Mm. Mm.
dynamic, definitely it is not there. So
Okay.
nobody can do all these. A single person can do all this.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's always, even in the real time projects, in the financials itself, depends on the size of project. We have 5 to 10 people in one project. The area is subdivided. Though we are learning some record to report, supply chain. Sorry, if I take finance itself, record to report, order to cash, procure to pay, all these functions, fixed assets, all these functions you learn within finance itself. But when you do real time job, you may be restricted to one among that. Okay. So
Okay.
the reason
So
is,
then,
yeah,
mm.
the reason
Yeah.
is,
Please go on. Please.
yeah, the reason is due to the vast area of business functions that need to be covered, due to the duration of the project, one person may not sufficient to implement entire financials. So in those cases, people, I mean, depends on demand, depends on the situation, depends on the project timelines, kind of project. So multiple people are deployed within that area. Similarly, in the operations also, in the procurement area, somebody will be assigned. In the warehouse management, if you have advanced warehouse features, somebody will be separately appointed in the advanced warehouse features. And in the sales operation side, some consultant will be deployed. So depends on the size of the project, the team will be deployed and executed. And the person who knows all these areas, including little technical, will be treated as solution architect. Okay, if you want to become a solution architect, at least you should gain expertise in all these area, and the people who has 10 plus experience only can do that. I mean, 10 plus experience also, if they are only in one area, they cannot do solution architecting. If they gain knowledge in the other areas while in the job, can only do the solution architect role, then he only can give the solution architect. So he will be the lead for all the consultants always. Functional lead will be there on top of, if you have 5 or 10 consultants in the financials area, so functional lead will be there, who has full expertise in the financials, all the areas of financials, and few people, junior consultants will be there under the solution, under the functional lead, who are assigned with a sub function within the financials area or within the operations area. And then on top of each functional lead, you will have a solution architect who knows the functions, all the functions. So, like that, the team will be formed in an implementation project always. So, junior consultants, functional leads, solution architect or architects will be formed. All together, we do one project, and that too, that goes years together. Depends on size. Okay. So that's
So
a yeah, yeah.
the CRM comes under operations.
Ah, so yeah, here it is an important thing that you need to understand. Actually, are you working Dynamics F&O CRM side, yeah, purely CRM side?
Purely CRM.
Purely CRM. So that's
Yeah.
altogether different tool, Nisha. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
Hmm.
not part of even operations. That is
Okay.
completely a CRM application where you will understand the customer relationship management. You will have account, lead, opportunity, all that, right?
You're right.
Right. So that's all
Yes.
completely CRM tool. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So these trainings will be provided by NexGen, right? These are financial operations, manufacturing. These all the trainings will be provided by
Yes, yes,
NexGen.
yes, yes, yes. We
When
are
are
we are
those going
offering
to
training.
start the operations?
We are planning to start both financial and operations as early as possible. Okay. Uh, the reason today we have expected more people in the demo, but some of uh, a few people have not joined. Okay, but anyway, this recording we will provide. I probably they will capture it, and we soon start financial and operations together one time. Manufacturing, retail probably depends on the demand. We will plan it. Okay, we are
Okay.
we will be starting these two immediately.
So you
Okay.
mean to say financials and operations will be started together then? So we should have. I mean, we should learn both.
No, 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 Nisha.
Okay.
So this is one
Okay.
classroom session. This is another classroom
Acha.
session. This is 1 hour session.
Oh,
This is another 1 hour session.
okay.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
So two different sessions.
Okay, sir.
Initial 1 week could be common. Okay, common understanding.
Uh-huh.
Then later it will separate sessions.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is all about the training details. Okay, we have some course content as well. I'll just share the course content. We have this is some sample course content. This will be shared to you. So what exactly that is? Uh, I will give you the operations course content also. For now, I have opened the finance course content. What you will learn within application side. So you will learn all the configurations, understanding of the business requirements, and how we map those requirements, our business processes within Dynamics F&O side. So that is covered in the training, classroom training. This is a training content basically when I say course content. So any as we already spoke about it, it's a business application, right? So we need to implement this to a company like business application. So our role is very clear. We take the requirements from the customer and start putting that in the uh, Dynamics F&O. So you see what are the different things we do. Configuration of the administration features like setting up legal entities, setting up organization hierarchies, users, uh, print management, document management, all that stuff we do it in the organization features, email settings, workflow settings. So all that we do in the administration. And then if this is common for everybody, it is not relevant only for financials. It is for finance and operations, manufacturing. Everybody needs it, understand it. So this is common. And then we will have separate sessions in the areas of finance and T&L or supply chain. If you talk about finance management, you will have core finance areas like defining the company's chart of accounts, dimensions, company categories, balance control accounts, intercompany accounting, company currencies, financial years, periods, okay, and then various kinds of business transactions, what they do based on the business transactions that they do. I'm not reading, I'm just explaining. Based on the business transactions that they do, we need to set up the various kinds of journals that they use and the various transactions that they do. So that could be a periodic journal, that could be a daily journal, that could be deferral journals, accrual journals. So different transactions that they depends on the, again, as I said, always we think through business requirements. The business requirements that I understood, that in my experience are current trends, I will put you in the training. I'll explain you those practical scenarios and practical way we will do it. That means we do a dummy project. In other words, we create. I am the customer. I'll give you the requirements. We create a dummy project and we go ahead and implement. You will be. I will be the functional architect. Let us say I will be the functional architect and you are the functional consultants. So under my guidance, you will do one project. That's the way the learning will be. Okay. So that's the reason that 4 5 hours of practice is very much needed. I will give you the work. You will learn. You will complete it and show it to me on day-to-day basis. Okay. When it goes deeper, I mean, initial days you may have, okay, 1 2 hours is fine, but in when you go into the deeper, maybe after a few weeks, you have to sit and do the work that I assigned to you. Okay, so then only we can achieve it. Then only you can learn it. So, so like that, as I said, yeah, business transactions, journals, bank operations, banking operations, accounting operations, cost accounting operations, periodic processes like month end closing, year end closing, all that stuff, how we do. Okay. And then collection management. I just said, I told one example that customer account statement, follow up with customers for payments and all, right. So that is collection management. So tax management, taxes. Okay. The periodic tax filings, how the companies will do, we implement that. Okay. And then receivable functions, and then revenue recognition functions, payable functions, budgeting, fixed assets. Okay. And yeah, so real time projects, as I said, so you will do everything under my guidance. We will do one project. So this is all what we do in the project, and what is the testing that we do, what is the testing solutions that we do, and what is LCAs, life cycle services, that how that will be used, how that environments will be deployed using the life cycle services. Okay. And administrative features also, like roles, duties, privileges, settings. Okay. Normally that is very important. we are super users, we are system administrators. When the we act as a consultants, but end users, they will have only limited functions. One person will do only accounting, one person will do only collection management, one person will do uh, purchase orders, one person will do sales orders. So according to their job, we need to set up the duties and privileges and permissions, all that how we do workflows, approval mechanism, how we set it up in the system. All that you are going to learn in the application. So similarly, we have T&L content also. So I'll share some of the content will repeat. The beginning section and last section will repeat, but the core content in the middle will change. So I'll share with you so that those who are seeking for T&L or SCM side can see and understand what you are going to learn from this. Okay. So this is about the course content. Any questions further you have?
Yeah. Sir, do we
Yeah,
get the certification
maybe.
for?
Yeah, Nisha. So sorry. Yeah.
Yes. Do we get the certification for this?
Yeah, certifications are available. There are Microsoft authorized certification centers are there, Nisha. Certification
Acha.
is
Okay.
also very good point. Yeah, it's an added advantage always you have. If you have certification, then you will be preferred when you are seeking for a job, when you have competition with others. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And it
Okay.
is, yeah, it is around $60. It's not
Mm-hmm.
too expensive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
$60. So
Okay.
you have to pay separately for that and do the certification. And if you
Oh.
do the practice of 4 5 hours a day, you will easily
Mm-hmm.
crack the certification. You will easily complete it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have
But depend,
NexGen is having with the companies, sir.
sorry.
NexGen is having tie up with the companies.
Few we will help you out. Okay.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
exactly. It is not exactly tie up. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We will
Mm-hmm.
help you wherever we have jobs, and we have there are many people who uh, came out of it. So
Okay.
have placed in various companies, right? So we will help you out there, but it's
Okay.
not exactly the contract in place with anybody. So we do not
Oh,
have any
okay.
contract in place with anybody. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll just stop recording because
Yes.
yeah,